We are back today here at the ranch with another review for you. This time we are bringing you the Sauer P320 X5 Legion. I've been waiting for this one. I've been holding off. It is time to drop this one. This is one of my favorite guns. Let's take a look at it. Stay tuned. As I was saying, this one's probably one of those reviews that I have been most excited to do, and I wanted to make sure we had built up our subscriber base, built up our followers, and I got a little bit better before I brought you this review, because this is one of those guns that I've wanted for a very, very long time. When I first started doing content and I first started kind of getting real active in the 2A community, this was the gun I had set my goal on. I wanted to buy this thing. About a year-ish ago or so, I was able to pick one up, and if it weren't for that darn 320 AXG Legion coming out, the X5 Legion would still be at the top of the pack. Now it's kind of like a neck and neck running. You guys already know I love the Legion series as a whole. I have 2 AXG Legions, I have an X-Carry Legion, and now this X5 Legion. It has that fantastic Legion coloring on it. It's kind of this battleship gray color. The cool thing about this one, so if you remember in the AXG Legion review, we talked about it being an aluminum X-Series grip module. This is a TXG grip module, so it is a tungsten infused polymer X-Series grip module. I've been talking about this. I know those of you that follow me on Instagram for a long time heard me talk about it with the X-Carry, because it's the same, but it's a perfect blend of weight without being too heavy. I don't know how they figured out this whole tungsten infusion into this polymer, but man, it creates a very, very balanced gun. Even more so when you put a light on the front. I think it's probably a little light on the front end without the light, but when you do that, the whole thing is very, very, very well balanced. Without the light, without an optic, it comes in right at 43.5 ounces. So it's kind of a hefty little guy. Shouldn't even call it a little guy. Hefty big guy. It is ported on the top. It does not have ports in the barrel, so you're not getting as much of that downward pressure on it. It does have adjustable Dawson Precision sights on it when you put an optic on. However, you do lose your rear sight. I wish they would stop doing that. I am not a fan of it. Leave the rear sight on there. You know, if something happens, worse comes to worse, and you have to yank off your red dot, it would be nice to still have the iron sights on there. It comes with a skeletonized trigger, kind of standard for the X series line. It has a super flared magwell there. You can see how flared that thing is. I mean, it is pretty awesome. Makes for fast reloads. When you are dropping this and going back up in, boom, there is no issue getting in there at all. Just so you know, as we always say, because people like to comment, there's nothing in the magazine and there is nothing in the gun itself. We're not going to shoot ourselves. Like I was saying, flared magwell. Takedown works just like all of the other P320 series. It's got this nice takedown lever here on it. I will say I have a aftermarket one from Armory Craft that has kind of the gas pedal on it. I like it. It's kind of a far reach anyway. I don't have small hands, but I don't have huge hands either. So reaching that gas pedal ends up being a little bit difficult. The slide on this thing, the fit with the grip module is just absolutely insane. It is just a perfect slide. I'm gonna drop this mag here so we can see it a little bit better. I mean, you can see I'm putting no effort on this thing at all. You guys will see from footage when we go shoot, you will see how balanced this is, just like this, and how much that frame just slides nice and smooth back and forth. I am a big fan of the overall look of this gun, the performance. Man, I think if you go and watch any other reviews of this gun or read any articles, I mean, this is just a dead spot on gun all the time. This gun comes with 3 17-round mags. Nice thing about P320s, there are a ton of aftermarket magazines. I do like the Legion magazines. Has the nice little Legion logo embossed on the bottom of it. But you can go out and, just like for the M17, you can get these for it. Standard magazines do fit in it just fine. So I can use this one from an M17. But Pro Mag makes some, and I believe Magpul just came out with some steel ones for the 320. So they're readily accessible. I have so many 320s though that I have a ton of magazines for them laying around. I actually have a separate compartment in my range bag just for 320 magazines. All right. I think I saw a comment, it was like a week ago. You guys will see, I'm kind of a jackass when I respond back sometimes when people say stupid stuff, but somebody was like, oh, what is this gun tube of 2014? Just 10 minutes of yapping and then shooting 30 rounds. I'm not sure what you want from a review. We get it. We talk about the gun. We go out, we let you shoot it, and then we give you some final thoughts on it. That's a gun review. So that's what we're going to do this time. Like we always do. We're going to go put some lead on steel and have a little fun. No sponsored video today. I just want to give a huge shout out to all of our partners on the channel that make this whole thing possible. Do us a favor, head on over to Instagram at 2A Patriot Ranch, click on our link tree. All of the people we partner with, all the companies we partner with are on there. We have a ton of cool stuff, from cigars to optics to holsters to apparel. You know, all of this stuff is there. As well as help us support ourselves, and head on over to 2apatriotranch.com. Grab your apparel, grab your hats, grab your coffee, grab your workout subs, do all of those things. Help us to keep bringing you original content every single week. This thing is spot on when it resets. As soon as that front end comes down, that sliding barrel, boom, you are back on target every single time. Very well balanced when you put the light on the front. Not quite as balanced without the light, but man, with that light on there, that is super, super balanced. That is always fun. I have so much fun shooting that gun. It's just such a smooth shooter. You know, between that and the 320 AXG Legion, it's kind of like, with how well they shoot. They're both just super, super smooth. You know, when it comes to the 320 series, a lot of people complain about bore axis, because obviously the bore axis is so high. You know, that's, you know, kind of the level above your hand that the barrel sits. But I tell you what, if you're used to shooting the 320, it's kind of a non-issue. At least I don't think it is. I've never had a problem keeping these things on target, being able to get up high enough. The X series is definitely easier than a standard 320 with this huge beaver tail. You're able to kind of, you know, get up inside there higher and hold stronger on it. So it does help a little bit. So final thoughts, man, I love that gun. You know, it comes in right at around the $1,000 price point, and I think that's probably right around where it should be. It's a fair price. It shoots well. It's got decent weight on it. You can use it for competitions. I mean, I think you could really even carry it duty-wise too, because of how nice the trigger is. And like I said, with that front-loaded weight with a light on, you really end up getting a pretty balanced gun with it, which would be great for duty as well. And you guys know I always talk about this, just, you know, with having so many 320s, I have this in a Adams Gear Solution holster. This holster here, it fits any of my P320s with a TLR1 HL on it. It has a Safariland QLS attachment on the back of it so that I can pull whatever gun I want in and out, any 320 anyway, in and out, and put it back onto my thigh holster with ease. Makes it real easy out here on range day to be able to change holsters out. Well, that is all for one of my favorite guns out there today, the P320 X5 Legion. If you have any questions about the X5 Legion or the Legion series in general, leave a comment